Wondered if you care to comment on the stories that were in the Kansas City Star this weekend, parent pay-to-play issues in the Missouri legislature.
Well, we're all troubled by any sorts of accusation along those lines. I do hope that the legislature comes back, as I asked for them last year, and passes meaningful campaign finance reform. I think it's yet again another clarion call to make sure that Missourians are in a situation to get what they passed at the ballot a number of years ago, which is direct campaign contribution limits reform. There are other, obviously, laws that I'm sure may come up during the session, but I do hope that they use this as an impetus to move forward on that.
Do you think that that's the real problem, is the campaign finance?
I mean, with unlimited contributions, that is one element of it. As I said before, I think there's some others, making sure we have good lobbyist reforms and the accounting issues, and I think strengthening state laws to mirror the federal laws in some of the areas where there's been gaps is certainly another area to look at. We look forward to working with members of both parties to hopefully use this as an opportunity to move forward.
Governor, I asked reform brought back. What does that look like for you? Is it bring back the limits that were there before, or is it something?
I think we need reasonable campaign contribution limits. I think having unlimited contributions has taken away the broad base of support at all levels of government that are very, very important that touch people to their democracy. When you get into situations where unlimited contributions are out there, it means candidates aren't required to be out as much. It means they can, with a few benefactors, do the same thing that took a lot of time and a broad base of support. I feel, as I said before, I feel strongly about campaign finance limits. I think they're one of the areas that deserve attention, and I'm hopeful that the legislature will follow what I will attempt once again to get them to do, which is to reinstate the overwhelming number of Missourians supported at the ballot and reasonable campaign contribution.
Not a violation of my free speech rights. If I have $1 billion, I want to give it to you. If you have limits, I couldn't do that.
I think that the United States Supreme Court ruled in the case of Nixon v. Shrink that to candidates, I mean individual candidates, there's a constitutional allowable to limit those contributions to those individual candidates. It doesn't limit people's First Amendment capacities. If they want to go out and make independent expenditures or put a neon sign up on the front of their house that says vote yes or vote no, they can do that till as far as individual candidates. When you get to this situation with these huge checks, especially in smaller races, the perception out there becomes one that is troubling, and I think in the long term it becomes especially